Right. So today, we will look at the concept of tab sets. So how to create a tab, how to create a tab set, how to access the data. So look at the first example. I have given Apex tab panel. I have given Apex tab panel. This will create a panel on the page. Tab panel will create panel on the page. Apex tab panel. This will create panel on the page. Apex tab. I gave tab. Tab panel will have list of tabs. Tab panel will have list of tabs. So I have created tab panel with group of tabs here. Let's have a preview. So what happened? We got a tab panel here with a list of tabs. With a list of tabs. Account, contact, opportunity. When you're creating this, whatever the content I have given, this opportunity page, this opportunity page. So we got here a tab panel. So whatever we write within the tab, the content is getting displayed here. Whatever we write within the tab, the content is getting displayed here. So account page, contact page, opportunity page. So whatever we write within the tab, that will be displayed in the page. Whatever we write within the tab, that will be displayed in the page. I hope you are good with this, right? So here, by default, what is active? Selected a tab. Now, by default, what is selected here? Opportunity. I told selected a tab equal to 1. The tab whose ID is 1, the tab is selected by default. Now, there is a reason when I load the page, by default, we are getting this is opportunity page. When I select the tab, by default, I told selected a tab equal to 1. The tab whose ID is 1, that is by default selected. The tab whose ID is 1, that is selected here. Later on, we can shuffle the pages. Then we can apply what we received here, the space between the elements. So we have other properties which we can apply. Switch type. Look at the concept here. Right now we are not applying any Apex programming, just trying to understand the properties. So what are the properties we have and what they are used, what for they are used. Now we have a property called switch type. What are the possible values? Includes client, server, Ajax. Okay. Now client, server, Ajax. Let me give you this. Now is the page is reloading? Page is not reloading. Now previously if I don't mention any Ajax, are you getting my point? Now if I give it as Ajax, asynchronous, right? Now what I'm doing here, I'll remove this. Label width of the label. This is how we got the labels. Right. Now let me give you. I want to give as I want the things to be on the next line. Then we have this is what I give. Now because we didn't learn about input boxes and all those stuff, I'm not giving anything. So basic info, education, communication. So we are taking the data from the page is same, but we have multiple sections. Now instead of giving everything on a single page, we are breaking them into different parts and giving. Most of the time when you fill the application, they say enter the basic details, second step education details, third step okay experience, fourth step any other. Like that we are creating a box and we are specifying the elements here. So what was that? When you click on this, basic data will be entered, education data will be entered, communication data will be entered. I will have a button here. When I click on the button, data will go to server. Are you getting my point? When you want to break the page into number of sections, right? When you want to collect the data you want to break them into number of sections. Let us say I want to create one account, one contact, one opportunity. When I click on account fields will come, I will enter. Next tab, contacts will come, contacts I will enter. Opportunity will come. When I click on save, one account is created for which contact and opportunity are created. So if you have multiple sections, when you want to take a form which contain multiple section, instead of entering entire data in a single flow, we are breaking them into a number of tabs and giving it. That's how we got tab panel and tabs. I hope you are good with this. In the tab type, here the important point is switch type. Here the important type is what? Switch type. Here the important is switch type. Why switch type? Otherwise, every time the page will reload. The page will reload. I don't want to reload the page. I want only the section to be activated. One tab should be activated. When I click on next tab, only the data of the tab should be activated. Are you getting my point here? Tab panel with tabs. Tab panel with tabs. Tab panel with tabs. What is that selected tab? When you have multiple tabs, by default, first tab will be selected. I don't want the first tab to be selected. I want some other tab to be selected. Mention the ID of the element. What is the purpose of the ID? If you want to recognize there are 3 tabs, how do you recognize the second tab? All the 3 are Apex tabs only. When all the 3 are tabs, how will you refer to the second tab? How will you refer to third tab? Then I should have some parameter to recognize it. What was that parameter? ID. Now every element is given unique ID. Every element is given unique ID. For every element, we are giving one unique ID. Based on that ID, we will recognize the element. Based on that ID, we will recognize the element. Every element is given an ID. Based on the ID, we will recognize the element. I hope you are good with this. Clear for everyone? So every element has one unique ID. Based on the ID, we will refer to that element. So I told selected tab equal to 3. So element whose ID is 3, that will be selected by default. I hope you are good. Switch type Ajax. Any primary thing? All these are CSS. We can go with the header elements. So let us see anything which is important to us. This is a style class. You want to apply any properties. Like if you select it should be a blue color. When you select the tab right now, what is the color we are getting? This is how we are getting. The moment I select this, the selected tab should be represented with the blue color. Content should be represented with the white color. In that case, what I will do? What I will do? I'll go with the active tab style. Now, if you want to apply wherever you find a class, it is CSS. CSS. This is a style of the CSS. This is a style of the CSS. Content style, direction. All these are style. Okay. Now what is that? Left, right, left, right. Right. Then what else we have? Height, height of the tab bar. Then we have all these are scripting or CSS. All these are scripting or CSS.
Satish, can you show once how to apply the styling for the header tab?
No.
Like for the first one.
Only after covering the CSS, we'll come back to that.
Okay.
I need to cover the CSS for that. Still not yet covered. Okay. Right.
Thanks.
Now look at the format. So what else we can give? Width, width, height. Now we mention width, height. The tab width and height. You specify the style of this. Now the complete panel width and height. Do you get my point? Width, height, then we have width, height, align, width, height, alignment, then we have switch type, selected tab, the rest all the things are what? Rest all the things are what? CSS. Rest all the things are what? CSS. Right. Now look at the point. So without any Apex programming and CSS, what all the attributes we can cover? We are just given this. Without without applying any CSS or JavaScript or Apex classes, what all that we can cover? We have seen this. So what are the properties of this Apex? What are the properties we have seen? This will specify height of the we can specify the values as percentage or when I say height equal to 50%, it means 50% of the page. Whichever the page in which we are defining, that's 50% of the page. Or else I can give pixel. Then here similarly we have width. We can specify the width. Then we have selected a tab. Switch type. So what is the possibility of switch type? We have already seen switch type will have client, server, and also we have Ajax. But what is necessary for us? What is important for us? Ajax. Right. Only when you give server, it will refresh the page. Client or Ajax will be. When I want to call a scripting, I'll go for Ajax functionality. Okay. So look at the point. This will specify the possible values are Default value is server. Then we have header element. Possible values are this will specify the direction of the content. Okay, so this is how we have given. When you go to the tab, this is a tab panel. When you go to the tab again, the tab what we have, what are the properties we have? Disable the tab. Then we have label, label width. Now name. Programmatically, if you want to say which tab is selected. Now programmatically you want to assign which tab is selected, we'll use the value of name. That when you go to Apex will be useful to us. Rendered we know, re-render we know. Rendered we know, re-render. When you click on the tab, which element should be re-rendered? Status, style class, which type. Right, basically we are trying to give the structure here. Look at the format. Now when you go for the tab, instead of ID, I can also take name. If you want to control which one is selected by default, we can also give the name. I can control with the ID, I can control with the name. By default, when you load the page, communication, city, place, palace. Now, what is that? One. What is the one? Name. For every tab, we are going to give a name. Based on the name, we can control which tab is selected. Or based on ID, we can control. Based on ID or based on name. Based on the ID or based on the name, we can control. Label, label width, name, rendered, re-rendered. Rendered, re-rendered. I hope you are good with this. Okay. So let us do one example here. Let us do an example. Now, when you say education, this how it has to be created. Now I want you to create a tab panel with information, education, experience. When you click on information, name, phone, age should be displayed. Education, year, percent, qualification should be displayed. Technology, when you go for a experience, technology, experience, salary. This is for experienced. If you say experienced, you have to display technology, experience, and salary. Technology, experience, and salary I have to display. Create a tab panel with the tabs. Create a tab panel with the tabs.
Satish, one question.
Look at the code, what I have given. Refer the code, you can make it.
Hello.
1 minute, Amma. You're taking the structure. So name, phone, age, year, percent, qualification, technology, experience, salary. Refer to this code and create it. Yes, go ahead. What is your query?
Yeah, here you have given last name, first name, phone, right? So this is the table, right? Label. So if you want to insert a text box also in front of last name, first name, phone,
We have
so
to
can
learn
we
text
use
box.
text box? Means in front of label, we uh,
Once
we
you
want
learn,
to have,
I got your point, Amma.
yes.
Once you learn input text, I'll tell you how to add the input text box there.
So yeah, so my query is inside the tab label, tab panel and tab label, can we add a Apex page block or all those things?
You can do whatever you
Means,
want. It's your choice. It's the body of
so
the block.
page block can
It's a
in the
block.
panel we can insert a page block, correct?
If you listen to, if you allow me to speak, I'll answer your question. Okay.
Yes, yes, sure.
Now in the tab, we can write whatever you want. It can be a button or it can be a page block or it can be anything that you want. It's a body of the tab. Here in this place, you can define whatever you want. I can define a page block, I can create a page block buttons, I can create a button or whatever I want. It's your choice. Anything that is supported by the VF page can be added here within the tab. Within the tab. Now this tab panel you put wherever you want. Right. It's a block. You put this block wherever you want. It's a tab. When you click on the tab, what should be displayed? It's your choice. Whatever you want, you can add them. There's no restriction. Right.
Okay.
Is that was clear?
Yes, yes, yes.
Hi Satish.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I do have one doubt regarding the selected tab and the switch type. So by default, if we specify the ID as one or name as one, it will be selected. Fine.
Yes.
So what is the reason behind specifying the switch
When you
type
give
and
a
the
name,
selected tab?
we can control that using a program. When I give a name, I can control this using Apex program. Right. I'll create a button on the page at the bottom. When you click on the button, tab should be shifted automatically. Right. Then how do you change the shift the tabs? Now everyone here, look at the point. When you're creating this, how are you navigating to the next tab? Is it automatically shifting or you are clicking on the tab? You are clicking on the tab. Now what I will say is, I'll create a button here. When I click on the button, automatically it has to go to next. When I click on previous, automatically it has to come to previous. Right? Then you want to control which tab is selected programmatically. When you click on the button, tab selected, it should be next. Next, when I click on next, tab selected should be next. When I click on previous, tab selected should be previous. So how do you navigate that? By using name. Using ID, using JavaScript, I can use ID. Using JavaScript, I can use ID. But in the Apex program, if you want to control, I have to go for name. Right? Are you getting my point? For ID, I cannot give a value. I cannot give a variable here. If I take ID, I cannot give a variable value here. For name, I can give a variable value. Do you get my point here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Continue.
So we have, yeah. So we have already specified that ID equal to 1. Fine. So what is the reason behind selecting the selected tab?
I was explaining ID. Then I have taken ID equal to 1, 2, 3. I was explaining a name. That's why I have taken name equal to 1, 2, 3. I told if you want to control with Apex, I'll go with a name. If you want to control with the script, I'll go with ID. Right. While explaining the ID, I have taken IDs. While explaining the name, I have taken a name. There are two different concepts. You want to control with the script, you go with ID. You want to control with Apex program, go with the name. Right. Now there are how many names available? 3 names. Out of these 3 tabs, which tab you have selected? Out of these three tabs, how many tabs will be selected? Only 1 tab. What is the tab? Which tab is that? Out of 3, only 1 tab is selected. Which tab was that? How will you tell that this is the tab which is selected? That's what I'm doing. Right?
And the specified tab that is the selected tab 1 will be selected.
Right? That's what. Yeah.
And so what about the switch type? I didn't get it in detail. Switch type equal to client.
We'll discuss some more.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. No. When you say re-render, which one you want to re-render? You want to re-render. Which one you want to re-render? You want to re-render a tab. You want to re-render a tab panel. If you re-render the tab panel, the complete block will be reloaded. Then obviously still I am on the same page. Okay. See, here when I click on the basic information, is the tab panel is reloaded? Here, no, only the content of the tab is, the body part is getting changed. If I give this as a server, you click on basic information, what is happening? Is that was clearly visible? What was the difference? What is the difference you found here? When you give a server, when you click on this, it's taking server request. Server request means it has to go to Apex class, perform the operation, reload the page. That is the reason entire thing is reloading. When it's a client, handle this on the client side. Don't send it to server. If you handle it on the client side, what is happening? The page will be reloaded only if your request goes to server. Page will be reloaded only when the request go to server. Now what was that? Is the page is reloading? Is that was clear? Any difficulty in that? Client type equal to switch and okay, server. I hope you're good. Server means reload the page. Client means only the tab content is refreshed. As simple as that. Right. Start making it, Amma. People are this.
One type is, hi Satish, one type is Ajax also, right? Ajax is not clear.
Scripting. Ajax and client will do both will do the same. One is a JavaScript synchronous call, another is Ajax call.
Okay. But what is the if there are two attributes, then
one is
must be a difference.
synchronous, another is asynchronous. Synchronous call, asynchronous call. So right now, what was the difference in terms of us? Switch type. For us, it's only right now, when you click on this, page is not reloading, only block is reloading. What is at the backend technical, we are not interested. If we give client or Ajax, only the block is reloaded, not the page. If I give server, entire page is reloaded. As of now, this is only the definition what we have. Right, boss? I hope everybody is good with that. Okay. As of now, switch type is whether you want to load entire page or you want to load only the block, as simple as that. Okay. Now let us go to the next one. Our next concept is how do you display group of records? How do you display group of record? Right now we are referring to group of records from a table, and I want to display it. Now if you use a standard controller, we are referring to the properties of an object. In every object we have a group of records. In every object we have a group of records. If I want to display this group of records, how will you display? First look at this example, understand carefully. When you click on the tab, what are you getting here? Options you are getting, right? Okay. What are these options called? List view options. What are they called? List view option. Why they are called list view option? When I select this option, based on that only we are getting the list of records. If I give no records, based on this option we are getting the records here. Based on this option only we are getting these records here. Are you getting my point here? So these records, what is this? List of records coming based on the options what we have selected. Now we are getting the option based on the option what we have selected, we are getting the list of records. So these options are called as list view options. What is it called? List view option. Now the option what I selected is called filter ID. This is a fixed term. For every object it is a fixed term. It is a standard term. These are the standard terms. What is that? List view options filter ID. You go to any object, contact, list view option. Opportunities, list view option. Then we have custom objects. You have any custom objects here? I don't think I have any custom. Every object will have that option called list view by default. Now based on the option what I selected, based on the option what we selected, we are getting a list of records. These list of records are stored in a record set var. On this object, based on the filter what you selected, whatever the records you are getting, those records are stored in record set var. Record set of records. Record set var variable. That set of records are referred using this variable. That set of records referred using this variable. Record set var. This set of records what you are getting based on the filter, based on the option what you selected, you are going to get a group of records. Those group of records are stored in a variable called record set var. When I say record set var equal to items, what is that item? It is a variable which will contain a group of records. Which group of records? Based on the option what you selected, whatever the group of records we are getting, they are in that value. Now I can give this as ABC because it's a variable. I can give whatever the name I want. Based on the option what I selected, I will get a group of records. The group of records what I am getting, they are referred using a variable called ABC. I hope you're good. Now every object will have list view options. Out of those options, whichever the option you have selected, based on that option we get a group of records. The group of records what we are getting, they are referred using a variable called record set var. I hope you're good. People have followed this. Now listen carefully. Any query at this point? No? Your queries will be only advanced. How we are referring? Standard controller account. What does it mean? Referring to the object called account. In that object, based on the filter what we selected, whatever the records we are getting, that is referred with the record set var. In the account object, list view options will be there. Out of those options, you are going to select any one of the option. Based on that option, whatever the records we are getting, they are referred with record set var. I hope you are good. I hope you are good. Am I clear? Am I clear? Okay. Now I am giving page block. Listen carefully, boss. Page block. I have an element called page block table. What is the element? Page block table. Page block table is used for displaying a group of records. Up to how many records? 1000 records we can display. Up to how many records? 1000 records. Page block table. Page block used to stop. It can display okay. Now it is a displaying a list of record. What is that list of record? Value. What is the value? This will specify the list of which will contain where are my records available, boss? Where are my records available? My records are available in am I right? This is a variable which is referring to that list of records. So value equal to. Now, if you want to display one by one record, I have to take and display. So what I am giving? Var equal to E. What is that var? This will specify variable which will refer to one by one record. We have a list of records in that A. In that A we are taking. Where look at the point. I have a list of students. Var equal to A. I will start with the first record. Var equal to A. Var equal to okay completed. Go to next. Go to next. Go to next. Go to next till the last. Start from the beginning till last. The var equal to A will go. So now var equal to A. Because it's a table, what we are going to get? Column equal to A dot name. Value equal to so this is how we have created. Have a preview. What happened? What is the filter we have selected? All records, right? I have selected all records. Now go to the next one. I am selecting here recently viewed records. Okay. Go to the VF page. Refresh. How many records we received here? Based on the filter what you selected there, that list of records are fetched. This will be displayed. Are you getting my point? So page block table will do what? Display a list of records. Page block table will display list of records. If you look at this list of records, how they are displayed? Look at this standard look and feel. Entire row. Like a row they are displayed. Now what is the look and feel we are getting? Exactly the same look and feel of your Salesforce table. In the Salesforce, how the records are displayed? In the same way, page block table is also displayed. Are you getting my point? Page block table will display group of records with the same look and feel of Salesforce table. Are you getting my point here? Right? How are you displaying the data? Look at this. Standard control equal to object. From which object you want the list of records? Which list of records? Based on the filter what you selected, you are going to get a list of records. Those list of records I am taking one by one and displaying. Till here, everybody is good. Anyone has any difficulty in this? Anyone has any difficulty in this? Yes. Pardon me. It's a variable name, Amma. You take item, I take XYZ. It's a variable name. It's the name of a variable. I'm giving XYZ. Now I'll give here XYZ. It's a variable name. Anything of your choice. Anything of your choice. Yes. Any other queries from the classroom? Any other queries from the classroom? Right. Now do one thing. Now refer to the contact and display the data. Wait for a minute, Amma. Allow me to complete the topics. Right. Now, what we are doing? Refer to the contact object. Refer to the contact object. Print the data. Write a code to refer to the contact object and print the data. Everyone, refer to the contact and print the data from the contact. Yes, go ahead. What is your query now?
Yeah, so my query was like in account, if we go in the standard page, right? So we have my account, recently viewed account, and all those list of options available, right? So here, if we select the record set where equal to XYZ, how it will, this code will identify that.
You got the concept wrong.
Which,
You got the concept wrong. Record set where
Okay.
equal to XYZ doesn't mean this XYZ is a filter. XYZ is a variable which is taking the data based on the filter what you selected in the object. XYZ is not the filter. What is this XYZ? It is a variable which is storing the data. Which data it is storing? On the object, whichever the filter you have selected, based on this filter, you are going to get some record. These records are stored in XYZ. XYZ will hold
Okay.
the data which we are getting based on the filter. If I selected this filter, this list of records are coming. These list of records are stored in a variable called XYZ. XYZ is not the filter. XYZ is what?
Okay.
List of records. How you are getting
List of
this list
records.
of records? Based on the filter what we selected, we are getting the records. Right? Take the contact
so
object.
what-
Now, I hope everybody is good with this example. Clear? Right. Let us go to the next requirement. We are following the next requirement. Now, if I display the data using a page block table, similarly, we have other concepts like a data table, data list, repeat. We have data table, data list, repeat. Same concept. Now, let me come back to the story. Listen carefully. If you have followed this example, then only you can follow my next example. Everybody is good with this? Everyone has clarity? Clear? Now nobody will ask the question. Right? When I go to the next topic, we'll come back to the first topic again. Right? Everybody is good with this? No query? No, right? Okay. Now, listen to the format. We have list view. Now, standard controller, I'm going with opportunity. Then, record set var. It is a variable. I am comfortable in giving the name called item, I am taking it. Need not be items every time. Okay. Next, look at the format. Apex, tab, var. Then, I am giving switch type. What I can give here now? I don't want the page to be reloaded. I can give client or Ajax. I give a client. Now I want to give width. Width I want let us say 800. Now I have height. Right. Now apex tab label equal to label width. Now I want to create 4 tabs. First tab I am giving page block table, data table, data list. 4 blocks I created. When I click on this, somebody is asked me in the previous example, can I create a page block? Yes. Page block. Right. Apex page block table. Page block table is always a child component of page block. Value equal to items. Var equal to. Now, because it's a table, we'll have column. Value equal to a dot name, opportunity name. What are the other fields we have in opportunity? In opportunity, what are the mandatory fields we have? Name, stage name, value equal to a dot apex column value a dot. This is how I created. The way I created. Do you remember mode equal to main detail? Do you remember mode equal to main detail? I'll tell you. Look at this. First, let me show you this. Till here, I hope everybody is good with this. Tab panel with a tab. In the tab, what I am displaying? Page block table. Let us see the data, what we are getting. Let us see the output. Now look at this output. Now the background color we are getting, right? Block within a block we are getting, right? So if I give mode equal to main detail, what will happen? The page block color will not come. The page block, whatever the color we have, that color will not come. What happened? The background color is lost. Previously we got block within a block. We got a block within a block. Okay. Now let us go to the next one. Same thing I am copying here. Same code I am copying here. But this time, instead of page block table, what I am asking? Data table. I removed page block, I kept data table. I removed a page block and I removed data table. Same code I am copying here again. Data list. Because it is a list, we will not have any columns. Data list. Because it is a list, we will not have any column. Columns will be there only when you are going with table. Again, I am copying this. I gave repeat. So if you observe, the way I am writing the program is the same. Page block table, value equal to list, var equal to a. Data table, value equal to list, var equal to a. Repeat, value equal to list, var equal to a. So the way we are writing the program is the same. First look at the concept. Look at the things carefully, Amma. You need to identify the difference. How the data is selected? Particular column or entire row? Entire row. How are you getting the data? Exactly the same way how the Salesforce is displaying the same style I got here. I give data table. Now what happened in this case? It is also a table, but you are not getting the look and feel of Salesforce. Right? Data table is giving a list of record, but it is not giving you look and feel of Salesforce. Now how the data is displayed? Column wise. It is displayed column wise. Data list. How the data is displayed? List. It is a list of record. Repeat. How it is that? Sequence. Out of these four, powerful tool is repeat. Why? It doesn't have any properties. I can mold it in the way I like. Data table I cannot mold it. Page block table I cannot mold it. Already it has built-in structure. I cannot reorganize according to my styles. Data list table is a table structure, but no style. You have to apply the style. Page block table, standard, Salesforce, look and feel. Data table, but there are no standard look and feel. You have to create your own look and feel. Data list, list of records. Repeat, sequential order. I hope you are good with this. But in all the four cases, what are you trying to do? In all the four cases, what are you trying to do? Trying to create list of record. Whatever the list of records are there, I am trying to display it on the Visualforce page. So what is this called? List view options. List view. In how many ways we can display the list of records? There are four ways. What are they? Page block table, data table, data list, repeat. Page block table, data list, repeat. Now, while practicing, you practice how to display the data with repeat, so that you will practice the CSS, because there is no style here. When you want to display this data in the organized way, you have to apply some CSS. So if you go with the page block table, you get a look and feel. You never apply CSS. So always practice with what? Repeat. When you practice with repeat, you will get some CSS components. You will get practice of how to use CSS in displaying the data in the organized way. Okay. So practice with respect to repeat. How many records they can display? How many records they can display? 1000 records they can display. I hope you are good with this. So what is the concept of list view? They are used to display list of record. So what is the difference between page block table and data table? Page block table will give you standard look and feel. They will display like a row. Data table, they will not get a standard look and feel. They will not get a standard look and feel. They will not get a standard look and feel. They are supposed to apply our own CSS to get the structure. Data list, repeat are two different concepts. Data list is list wise display. Repeat is sequential. If you want to break it, you break it whatever the way you want. Because we have a table, because I told there is a table, we have column, data table, column, list, no column, repeat, no column. Is the core concept is clear? Core concept is clear? Clear for everyone? Clear for everyone? Any queries from anyone else?
Yes, Satish, I have.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Satish, in page block, one of the attributes is mode, which has edit and main
Okay.
details
Now,
options.
let me show you. Now we got to know, here's a query. What is that mode? Let me give. I'm taking less number of records. Look at this. In the same page block, I'm giving mode equal to edit. Mode equal to main detail. Mode equal to edit. Now look at this. What is the difference you are finding? Look at the part. on the opportunity name and this, what we are getting here? The background color of page block, background color of page block is coming here. Are you getting the orange color? Why? When you go to a page block, referring to the opportunity, the page block color will be coming in this format. Are you getting my point here? So if you look at the way the data is displayed, both of them are the same. But only the difference what you are finding here is background color of the page block. If you go to the mode equal to edit, the background of the page block will come. Whereas when you say mode equal to main detail, background of the page block will not come. As simple as that. Are you clear?
Okay. Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Right. Any other queries from anyone else? Yes.
Satish, I have a question.
1 minute, Amma. See, A is an opportunity. In the opportunity, what all the fields are there? That I am referring. A dot name, A dot. This all are what? Field names. So A dot name, A dot stage name, A dot close date, A dot M. A is one record. Items is a group of record. A is one record. That record name, stage name, close date, amount displayed, completed. A will go to next. Second record, name, stage name, close date, amount completed. Again A will go to next record. Right? So A is what? Starting with the first record. In the list of opportunity, A is referring to first record. First record name, stage name, close date, amount completed. Yes. Go to second record. Name, stage name, close date, amount completed. Go to third record. Like that, one by one record it will take and display. Right, Amma? Yeah. Yes, go ahead. Online somebody is asking a question.
So in repeat, are we considering only one column, or how many columns we are considering?
Just to convey that the data is sequence, I have taken one column. In the repeat, you can display number of columns. But what we do, when you go to repeat, we will break them with our own CSS. As we have not done the CSS yet, I am just displaying a single column sequentially. But down the line, what we do, we will make a table with a repeat. We make the table with a repeat. Let us say somebody asked me. Now my requirement says, I want to display the data. The Bootstrap is here. I guess these guys have Bootstrap, if I'm right. Yeah. Bootstrap. Okay. These people ask me to display the table in this format. They don't want the look and feel of Salesforce. They want the look and feel of this. You'll find a table, boss. Look at that table somewhere. They told me, get the table. Right. This is the order in which they asked me to display. They told they don't need table what we are getting in the Salesforce. They want the table to be in this structure. When they told table to be in this structure, what should I do now? I don't want that table what the Salesforce is giving. The look and feel of the Salesforce table I don't want. I want the table to be in this format. Then what should I do? I have to apply my own CSS and get it. Then on page block table I will not be able to apply because already it has a look and feel. Then when I will do, I will go to repeat. I will apply the CSS. I will organize it because there is no built-in structure for it. I can build it in whatever the way I want. No, they ask me, boss. Again they ask me, boss, I want that table to be in the form of tree. In a tree structure they are given here. Okay. They told they want the table to be in this format. They told the table to be in this format. They want to get the table with the buttons here. with this pagination block, I can just give you one of my project requirement here. They told give the table this structure. Is it a standard structure given by the Salesforce? Now they gave some icon symbol here, sort on the top and the bottom. When you click on this, sort the data on the top, bottom. Now they want this structure. Now this is not standard look and feel of Salesforce. They want the structure to be given like this, and they want some icons here. Now what I want, then I will not go for page block table. I will not go for a page block table. I will go for repeat. I will go for repeat. Or else let us say, I want some structure to be now this is the structure they have here. Now this is not a standard page block table structure. Now we want our own structure here. Now look at this. I want to create my own structure. When I want to create my own structure, then what I will do? I will go for my own CSS. Then I don't want to go for page block table. I'll go for repeat. I'll go for repeat. When you have a option to organize the data as per your choice. But when you go to repeat, which fields you want to display, how you want to display, it's up to your choice. Now to demonstrate this example, because I am getting a group of records, I have taken only a particular field. I have taken only a particular field and shown you. I can take multiple. So at the end of the game, we don't display the data like this. We will organize this data as per your own choice and display. To tell you that there is no predefined CSS on this, I straight away displayed it. But practically what we do, we will apply our own CSS, get the structure as per our requirement. Okay, boss? Am I clear with this? Yeah. Any other queries from anyone else?
Why aren't we writing this in form, text form?
Pardon me?
Why aren't we writing this in text form? Because this is also something.
Where did I write? Okay. Now, here there is no input I am taking. I am not giving any inputs to the server. If I am giving any inputs to the server, okay, use.
Previously, they wrote block inside the form.
See, the previous examples I have taken a buttons. So I wrote a form. I took a input fields, I took a form. Here I am not taking any inputs. Here I am not taking any buttons. I am only displaying it, no form. Right? Yeah. Any other? Any other query from anyone else? No queries? People know. Any other queries from anyone else?
I have one.
Satish,